Okay, so now let's dig down into interpreting the originality report. Although it has been said already, you need to remember that the percentage of the report is not the percentage of your assignment that was plagiarized. It is a similarity index. Now, similarities are expected in academic works, and this is why we accept assignments with some similarity to other works. We will accept assignments with a similarity index between 0% and 20%. 21% to 29% has a possible penalty of 10% to your assignment mark, and assignments between 30% and 39% hold a 15% possible penalty to your assignment total. Those with an index between 40 and 49% could lead to a possible penalty of 20% to your final assignment total, and assignments with a similarity index of 50% or higher will receive 0% and the assignment will be returned to you unmarked. Now, even though all of the above having been said, you have to realize that there is no correct percentage really to strive towards in terms of Turnitin. However, as we are making use of Turnitin as a teaching tool in the Department of Communication Science, we need to draw a line in the sand somewhere, and this table constitutes the lines that are not to be crossed for teaching purposes. Still, an assignment with a similarity index of just 1% can have plagiarized sections in it, and you will be penalized if you are found to have committed plagiarism on any scale. Now, this section will show you how to make use of your report so that this does not happen. And rest assured, even if your similarity index is very small, we do download the full report on our site and we do look through it. So please don't fall into this trap. So, in terms of making use of your report yourself to make sure that none of this happens, let's have a look at what your HTML report will look like. The sections of the report that are flagged as being similar to another source will be highlighted in a color, corresponding to the list of similar sources at the beginning of the report, with a little border around it as you can see here. The text that is your own words, or that has not been found to be similar to another source, will be in grey, as we indicated over here. Now, as said before, similarities are expected, and not all similarities point to plagiarism. So let's have a look at a section that was flagged by Turnitin, but that's not necessarily plagiarized. The first flagged sentence above is about Maslow's hierarchy of needs. Now, this is a very well-known and widely used piece of literature, so it's expected that the phrase according to Maslow's hierarchy of needs would have been used numerously before. The same applies for phrases such as for the purpose of the study, the focus, etc., etc. We expect words like these to be found in academic texts, and phrases like these to have been used before. These kinds of similarities should not worry you, and it's because of phrases such as these that you would never ever really get a similarity index of 0%. However, when large pieces of text starts to turn up on your report, you need to know that you are plagiarizing, to some extent, wittingly or unwittingly. When you start to see similarities like this one, you know that it is time to revise your assignment writing and paraphrase and interpret more. The basic reasoning behind you submitting your own assignment via Turnitin, where we did it ourselves in the past, is to allow you to learn from your mistakes and improve in your academic writing. Therefore, when you see a similarity index that's too high, or sections such as these that are plagiarized, you will have to revise your assignment. And once you have done so, you will get the opportunity to resubmit your assignment to Turnitin for a new report to be generated. Now, to resubmit, you simply go to the assignment page on Turnitin, the same place where you submitted your assignment in the first place. When you resubmit your assignment, all that will change is where you previously had the submit button, you will now have a resubmit button. Now you can resubmit as many times as you would like, but as you will see when you click on the resubmit button, you will not receive a new report until 24 hours after your resubmission. So just be sure to keep your assignment deadlines in mind, planning for this eventuality. So you need to know that Turnitin is now part of the assignment process and you need to plan for it. Apart from these general aspects regarding the interpretation of your report, there is one other aspect that should also be mentioned. Sometimes students copy from textbooks or other hard copy sources that are not available on the Turnitin database. In most of these cases, other students have previously also copied from these textbooks or whatever other source that's not available on Turnitin, and instead of Turnitin attributing the similarity in the assignment to the original source, it then attributes the copied text to the student who copied from the original source in the first place. Now in this case, your report will show something like this. You might think, wait a minute, I don't even know other students in this honors class. How can the report say that I'm copying from them? Well, the answer is that you might not have copied from these students, but you did copy from the same source that these students copied from. In any event, you will have to revise your work to make sure that there is no such problem. Now, be sure to read academic texts such as articles to accustom yourself with doing this, paraphrasing, interpreting, and talk to your lecturer or supervisor if you experience a problem. Okay, so the very last thing to do is to insert proof of your Turnitin submission into your assignment. And let's lastly look at how you should do this. Now, we are very strict in not accepting assignments that are not accompanied by proof of a Turnitin report. And if your assignment does not have a report, it will be returned to you unmarked. Although we will access your full report from our side, you will have to show proof of your report on the very first page of your assignment. Therefore, before you have your title page, before you have your declaration, before your table of contents, before anything in your assignment, you have to insert the first page of your Turnitin report on which the similarity index is visible. And here is how you should do this. You open up the text-only format page that we talked about previously. Now, you have to work from this text-only format as we need to see the similarity index, as I said, but also, very importantly, the presets that you have on your document. Now, these presets will show us that you did not manipulate the report to your advantage. Next, you take a screenshot of your report by pressing on the print screen button on your keyboard while the report is open on your screen. And if you haven't noticed it before, it's in the upper right-hand corner of your keyboard. After that, you open up your assignment in Word format and you rest your cursor right at the beginning of your assignment on the very first page. And then you paste in the screenshot that you just made. So you do that by right-clicking and saying paste. This will then paste the screenshot that you just made. Now, if you want to paste it nice and neatly, you can also crop your sections of the screen that are most applicable, or resize it, whatever fits your page. Now, once the report is visible on the first page of your assignment, you can complete your assignment as per usual, then save it as a PDF and upload it via MyUnisa just as before. Very important to note, however, that submission of your assignment to the Turnitin website to generate an originality report does not constitute assignment submission. For your assignment to be assessed, you will still have to submit your assignment via MyUnisa, which is the official UNISA channel. So allow me to just say it one last time. Just make sure that your proof of submission to Turnitin is visible on the first page of the assignment that you submit to MyUnisa. And, as said before, we will access the full report on our side as well. Now, we truly hope that this process will be a valuable learning experience for you and that you will reap the rewards in your academic writing. Although you should not have a problem with uploading your assignment once you have worked through these vodcasts and the accompanying document thoroughly, you can contact the course coordinator, Mrs. van Gas, if you have any problems that persist. Good luck and have fun.